Hi there, welcome to my video. My name is Angela Desjardins and I am a biology teacher at Auburn Riverside High School. And I just want to take a few minutes to let everybody know a little bit more about my class. So to start us off, I wanted to give everybody a little bit of background about myself. This is my 8th year of teaching at Riverside, and it is the best. This is the only school I've ever taught at. I did my student teaching at Riverside, it would be 9 years ago now, and just never left. I graduated from Central Washington University in Ellensburg with my bachelor's degree, and then years later went back to the University of Washington and received my master's degree in education. Just to give a little bit more background, I have 2 small children and a lovely husband. And I completely understand the challenges of working from home and teaching from home, as both of my kids are in school, and that is tricky, as you guys all know. Give a little bit of background of what we will be studying this semester, whether that's first quarter or second quarter. We will be covering 4 units. Each unit will run roughly 2 weeks. We're going to start out the quarter with our unit on homeostasis. Then we will move into looking at molecules of life, then cellular respiration, and finally photosynthesis. With every unit being roughly 2 weeks, there are certain components that will show up in every unit. The first being the students will be using a digital notebook, and this will contain all of their daily assignments. We opted to do this so that it was a one-stop shop for the kids, and there was less paperwork, and they didn't have to search for assignments. It was all in one place. So they will get a digital notebook for every unit, and that notebook will be due at the end of every unit, and is worth a total of 18 points to their grade. Halfway through the unit, they will also be taking a mid-unit quiz. They will have per unit roughly 1 to 3 online lab simulations from a variety of sources. Primarily, we'll be using the Gizmos online interactives, as well as different material from Howard Hughes Medical Institute for some of their online simulations. As this is a lab class, this is the trickiest part in the online learning environment to accomplish the lab section. So we have worked really hard to try to find simulations that did it justice. The final thing is that they will have a final unit assessment for every unit, which would go in as assessment points. Now, all of my materials and assignments are posted in Google Classroom, and I highly recommend, if you have not done so already, joining your child's Google Classroom. That way you can stay up to date on all of the activities that we will be doing. To give a little bit more insight into the grading policy, my class is broken down into 2 categories. There are assessments, which make up 80% of, or weighted at 80% of their grade, and practice work, which is weighted at 20%. And under the assessments, this could be things like projects, reports, unit tests. And then under practice work, this includes all of our 21st century standards, which include class conduct, participation, engagement in the online environment, their interactive or digital notebooks being turned in, their daily assignments, etc. What I do like to remind students is that while yes, the assessments are worth 80% of their grade, 80% of the work that we do in class will be conducted under this bubble. So the practice work is very important to the success of the students. I do want to go briefly over one of the questions I get asked most frequently, and that would be on my retake policy. Yes, students are allowed to do test retakes, and I replace their new score. The new score will replace the old score as long as the new score is higher than the old score. If it is not, I just freeze their score and they will take the higher of the 2. In order to do a test retake, however, their digital notebooks must be completed and turned in. That ensures that they are doing their daily work and building that knowledge up to be successful on the test. And lastly, they will do a test corrections form where I will give them a document that they will use to fill out all of the questions they got, list all the questions they got marked incorrect. Then they will go seek out the correct answer and they will submit that to me so I can ensure that they are in fact on the right track. All of this information as well, I will post in my Google Classroom. The last thing I would like to go over with you guys is ways to get in touch with me. I do hold office hours. They will be on Wednesdays from 3:15 to 4:15. And this is a time where parents and or students can come in and get their questions answered and they can get individual help. I do not want to note that I am on my Google Meet every day, whether the kids are with me working synchronously, so together and live, or they're doing individual assignments. I'm always on my Google Meets where they can go in and ask me quick questions and then get out of the meet and go back to doing their independent learning. If Wednesdays do not work for you and you do need to have an immediate conversation, please don't hesitate to email and I can set up a separate meeting for us to have that conversation. Getting in touch with me, email is the best way to get a hold of me. I have my email up all day long, and will do my best to get back to you within 24 hours. And again, I do encourage you all to join my Google Classroom page so you can stay up to date with what our class is doing. Thank you for listening, and I'm really happy to have your student in my class this quarter. Take care.